I'm Ryan Salazar, and welcome to NAB Show Live. Today we have Eamon Drew, CMO at Birddog. How you doing, Eamon?
I'm doing great, Ryan. Thanks for having us on.
Thanks so much for being with us. You're all the way. You're on another day there, so it's the power of Skype capabilities is just awesome, right? So let's talk
Yeah.
about Birddog and what you guys do for folks that don't know.
Yeah, sure. So Birddog is a company. We're a little Australian startup company. We started in 2016, and we started sort of in a very nerdy engineering kind of way. Where we started creating this little chip that does the format NDI, the network device interface, which was created by Newtek and Dr. Andrew Cross specifically. And yeah, so we made a little chip that does the NDI encoding and decoding in silicon, so we can do encoding and NDI encoding and decoding in very low latency and very low power. And yeah, then off the back of that development, we've made a whole bunch of commercial products, including NDI encoders and decoders, both in HD and our new 4K range. And then we started putting it into some cameras, which have been really successful. Recently, we made some announcements around wall plates at ISE, so we can now have NDI and fixed installations, which is great for hospitals and schools, universities, and corporate facilities. And yeah, we've sort of made a whole bunch of software applications as well to sort of tie that all together. So yeah, basically, as a company, we're all in on NDI. We've been there from the very start of the huge acceleration of the growth of NDI, and yeah, that's what we do.
Excellent. So you guys are obviously mostly popular for your cameras, but you have all sorts of different things that you provide. You have a cloud-based NDI platform. Your cameras are just fantastic. So let's start with that and maybe talk a little bit about the cloud stuff.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so cloud was announced at IBC in September, and this will be our first NAB to show it. And actually, we've got a few surprises with cloud as well. So drop by our booth. We've got some new things coming on that platform. But yeah, cloud is a way that allows you to connect via the public internet and do remote productions. So we use the connection method called SRT, which stands for Secure Reliable Transport. And that's an open source protocol developed by Haivision and Wowser. And yeah, that allows for a secure connection over even lossy networks. So essentially what cloud allows you to do is have, say, a remote facility, a remote studio in, say, New York, and then control that from London over the public internet. So you can have multiple PDC cameras, our NDI PDC cameras. You can have PDC control, tally, and even audio intercom across that pipe. So essentially, yeah, you can control a remote studio from London using our cloud software, for example. And you know, we've done latency tests, and obviously the latency depends on many varying factors, including the bandwidth and the internet connection. But in our testing from Oslo to Melbourne on a return trip, so Oslo to Melbourne and then back to Oslo, which is basically a whole trip around the Earth, it took about 1 to 1.5 seconds is the sort of latency we were seeing. So it's pretty amazing. The whole dream of sitting on the beach in Cancun and doing a remote production, we're getting closer to that. So hopefully we can make those dreams come true in the future.
Excellent. All right, so give us some examples of key customers using your products.
Yeah, sure. So we've sort of had, for a small little company that started up, we've had a lot of success early on. We've got most of the big broadcasters have got some of our products. So you're talking people like NBC and CBS and CNN, BBC, ITV, RTBF in Belgium, and VRT. They're sort of a key customer. We have TV2 in Norway using a lot of our gear. And then sort of more on the more entry-level space, we've got a whole bunch of schools and universities all over using our gear. In terms of the cameras, we've had some pretty good success with those as well. We've got some sort of key customers. We have a whole bunch of our all-weather cameras going to the Olympics. And yeah, even the White House in the USA now has our all-weather cameras sitting on the outside of the White House.
All right, Eamon Drew, CMO at Birddog. We'll see you at booth C5344. That's C5344 at the 2020 NAB show.